Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
From the 10.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. He's been around a while. The lefty, Michael Vick.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They go to Elliott again.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now here's Vick.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Inside give to Elliott.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake, Vick. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Throwing, Vick. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Vick, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the capper then put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on second down. Purdy throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call PPR?
Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken at the 46. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Vick to throw it.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, Vick rolling to it, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Donald Parham as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To try again after the sack. Vick. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action now. Vick. Open man downfield, it's Fitzgerald. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw, Vick. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Purdy.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. After the sack on 1st down,
Purdy on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Vic readies to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.